I think everybody has welcomed me in the World Business Council, but all these people have also told me that I have very big shoes to fill. So I will be very respectful in the way I will fill these shoes. But I also think it's a very good time for a change in leadership, because I sense the discussion in sustainability will change completely in the next few years. The last 20 years have all been about creating awareness for sustainability. Make people, make business understand what it is, why it's needed, and what they can do. The next 10, 20 years will all be about creating solutions and making these solutions big and scalable. And so the role that World Business Council will play is going to be different. With all the respect I have for Björn, we're probably going to go on a different track. Well, I've been a CEO of a company called TNT, a large global logistics company. In that company, I've done a lot of things to fight climate change, to fight against hunger. And I've seen that if you get that right inside your company, it completely changes the way your employees relate to the company. It changes the reputation of the company, but more importantly, it is much more effective than anything I've seen governments anywhere implement. So companies, business are an extremely powerful source for change. I know how to do that because I've done it, and hopefully I can work with the members to help them do it as well. Well, the UN Ambassador Against Hunger role is going to be a representative role. Over the last half year I've done that full time on a voluntary basis. But now that I've joined the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, I will only do that a few days a year. Well, I think DS is different because it's Dr. Pachauri who leads it. He's, of course, an icon in the scientific, but beyond that also in the overall sustainability world. I think in DSDS people are able to bring not just Indian leaders, but leaders from around the world together to discuss purely the sustainability issue, and that's very powerful. If I look at some of the other platforms, there is more and more talk about sustainability as well, but always as part of a much bigger agenda. So that's the power of DSDS. We know that the BASD will have a business day on June 19, which is the day before the big Rio conference starts for the heads of state. So we will have the best possible position to present the case that business can make, to show what commitments business is willing to contribute to solving sustainability, and therefore to be an active participant and contributor to the overall debates in Rio. I've met quite some Indian business leaders, and I must say it has made me realize that the issues facing Indian business are sometimes the same, but in some respects are also very different from other parts of the world. So the whole question of social inclusion is a much bigger theme in India than it would be in Europe or in North America. And I have met some of your business leaders who are incredibly visionary in that front. And the rest of the world can actually learn a lot. When it comes to energy efficiency, climate change, I think we all share the same concerns, we all work on the same solutions, so there's a lot we can share and learn from each other. But overall, the people I've met are very forward-thinking. Of course, we have a relationship with Terry BCSD, which is a local network here on the ground. But I have said very clearly if we want to remain the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, we need to make sure that we represent the world. Which means that if India, if China, if some other places are becoming an ever bigger part of the global economy, we should really have that represented in our membership base. So yes, we will be actively seeking to add more Indian members to our group. Well, go out and talk to people. This year, later this year, and I think it is October, there is a big biodiversity conference in Hyderabad. Even though it's not India, but in September there's a big World Conservation meeting in Korea. Those should be meeting places where Indian companies and leaders should be involved. We will try to facilitate their involvement, and through that we hope to also get them more involved in the global debates. No, I think it's a great conference. It brings leaders from around the world together. It makes clear that sustainability is an accepted challenge that all of us in humanity face. Generally speaking, I think we all need to be mindful not to spend too much time talking about it. We really need action now. Because I think in many areas we have figured out what we need to do. Now we need to scale it up and do it.